Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, and Chris Pratt. Three huge Hollywood names, and they all share the same first name of Chris. With millions of fans from all across the world, have you ever wondered which one is the best Chris of all? Well, today is the day that you guys are going to make that decision.
You know, there's been a lot of talk in Hollywood about a very controversial subject: how many good-looking guys named Chris there are out there.
All three of these men have featured in the Marvel Universe, and each provide a unique character not only on screen but off screen also. So without further ado, let's take a deep dive into each one of these Chris's to find out which one is the superior Chris.
Lean back a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Yeah. Otherwise, you're right in my shot. Yeah, right. So anyway,
are we competitive? Not at all. No.
You're not competitive.
No, it's just naturally we kind of fall into place.
Since we spent a lot of our time in movies watching these men, let's focus our first debate on looks. Which Chris is the best looking, and how do you even define that? Well, starting off with Chris Evans, whose most iconic role is the one and only Captain America. However, might be known for his almost nude performance in Not Another Teen Movie, or his role as CIA agent in Losers. But no matter what movie we see with Chris Evans in, we know that he has a killer bod and quite the charming face to go with it. And he's even the reason behind the Dorito-shaped body that most men strive for today. Moving on to the next Chris though, we do in fact have Chris Hemsworth, known primarily as his role as Thor in the Marvel movie franchise. The casting directors really done a great job selecting Chris Hemsworth for this role of Thor, as his face, lush blonde hair, and huge muscular body really led up to the role of God of Thunder. Even if when Chris Hemsworth initially got the offer to play Thor, he almost turned it down.
You almost passed on Thor when they first offered it to you.
Yeah, I might have had a hesitation, and I kind of want to get a time machine, go back and slap that younger, pretentious version of myself.
Nevertheless though, thankfully he did accept the role as Thor, and now we have these amazing shots with his amazing face and body in them. Finally here though, we do in fact have Chris Pratt, whose rise of fame was from his role in Parks and Recreation, who back then was a hilarious character. However, he did have rather a dad bod.
What does this do?
However, when he actually managed to obtain his role as Star-Lord in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie franchise, as well as then getting his lead role in the Jurassic World franchise, his body transformation was absolutely huge and definitely lives up to the competition with both other Chris's that we're talking about today. Next up here though, we have indeed got an in-movie battle. Basically where this all started was actually in the Avengers movies. During both the Endgame movies, characters Thor and Star-Lord are in a constant battle with one another.
Are you mocking me? Are you mocking me? Stop it, you just did it again. He's trying to copy me. Just stop it.
Meanwhile, Chris Evans is out here being the real superhero and saving the day. However, let's focus on the battle of Chris Hemsworth and Chris Pratt. The ongoing battle of which character is in charge of the ship that was once led by Star-Lord, aka Chris Pratt.
Everybody knows who's in charge. Me.
However, God of Thunder, Thor, thinks he can come along and take over. But who is to blame him? With the way he looks and acts, he really does act like the real leader.
You know Thor?
Yeah. Tall guy, not that good looking, needed saving.
However, Chris Pratt as Star-Lord stands his ground, and it really is left to the audience who you think runs the ship. Let me know in the comments below which Chris you think is the true leader out of all three of them though. Moving on now, we're going to go to personality. So we've all thought about who's the most attractive, which character wins on screen, but let's focus now on each Chris's personalities off screen. Chris Pratt is on another level with personality. Not only is he a super kind and awesome human being, but he's also incredibly funny. And this shows with Chris Pratt through both on screen and off screen. Each character that he plays on screen is always guaranteed to have some form of comical wit in there. However, he is the exact same off screen also. We all knew Chris Pratt was funny though from literally the beginning with his character in Parks and Recreation, and I'm super glad that throughout all of these other movies that he features in, the personality and comical side of Chris Pratt does shine through in each other role.
When they say 2% milk, I don't know what the other 98% is. When I was a baby, my head was so big scientists did experiments on me. I once threw beer at a swan, and then it attacked my niece Rebecca.
That'll do, Andrew.
Now moving on to the next Chris, and it is indeed Chris Evans. If you've only seen him as superhero Captain America, then you definitely only see the more serious side of him. However, watching some of these other movies, as well as in real life interviews, you'll find out he is quite the comedian. He has a very witty way about himself, making everyone around him or watching him laugh and just have an amazing time. And definitely in all of his newer movies, there definitely is a much more personal side to Chris Evans that you see compared to just his role as Captain America. Finally though, moving on to Chris Hemsworth, when you think of someone funny, you generally think that means you have to have a quirky wit about them, as well as being able to crack a joke. However, Chris Hemsworth isn't really like that, but still is very funny. Throughout the Thor franchise, as well as all other of the Avenger movies featuring Thor, one thing that stands out about Thor's character is the development of the comical side that he has gained. He's become incredibly funny, especially in the newer Thor movies for Ragnarok, as it had the whole audience laughing the whole way through while still remaining the serious god he is.
Which led me all the way here into this cage where I met you. How much longer do you think we'll be here?
He makes his jokes through his silly ways, but also shining through is Chris Hemsworth's personality as well, which really makes this character unique.
Have you ever tasted yourself?
We need to start getting like what? What is that? You are delicious, by the way.
Oh, wicked!
That's exactly what I thought you'd taste like.
So we focused on different areas of each of the Chris's: Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, and Chris Pratt. So now it's time for you guys to decide who is crowned the best Chris of all. Or maybe you think that a different Chris is crowned the best at different things, making them all winners. However, no matter what you think, I want you guys to leave your answer in the comments down below. That is indeed going to be it for today. Like if you've obviously enjoyed, subscribe if you are new and want to see more videos like this one. And until next time guys, goodbye.